Good morning, folks. We're in my little tackle shop here. Walked outside this morning, haven't gone to work yet, gonna leave here in a few, and the weather just felt perfect. I was like, boy, that jerk bait is gonna work its way out a little bit. Of course, they'll still hit it. They'll hit it all year long, but I think the jig is gonna be coming on strong. In the Toyota, the co-angler that won on just past weekend here at Lake of the Ozarks was throwing a little bitty jig. So I'm gonna talk to you about 6 or 7 kind of jigs, 6 or 7 trailers. Hopefully you learn something from it, maybe to help you on your home lake or Lake of the Ozarks or wherever. These are good across the country, but the Ozark lakes like Beaver, Table Rock, Bull Shoals, Lake of the Ozarks, you can't beat these jigs that I'm about ready to show you. So we'll make it quick here. The first one, this is a little Jernigan jig. I don't even know if the gentleman is alive anymore. He made those for me 15 years ago. He made me about 200 of them, and I still got them. He lived at Table Rock. Just look at that wire tie on there. Just an excellent, clean little jig, man. That bait right there is deadly. This is one of my favorite flipping jigs. This is an Omega jig. That is a 5/16. It's got that little Zoom trailer on it. I bought trailers so long ago, I don't even know the name of it anymore, but maybe it's a Z Daddy or something like that. Z something. Anyways, that's an Omega jig, and that skips so good under docks. This jig right here, my biggest sack of fish ever in 1999, 23, 24 pounds. That's a jewel jig. Don't even know if they make it anymore. It's a wire. That little sucker right there, I had an orange marmalade chomper on the back. Just had a heck of a day. Nobody throws these anymore. They don't like the little hook and stuff, but I'll tell you what, sometimes it'll catch them when nothing else will. Then this here, this is a jacked jig. They don't make these anymore. My buddy Tom Lloyd was the owner of that company, and that is a phenomenal jig. Tom always told me he liked big hooks. So as you can see, for a finesse jig, that's a heck of a hook right there. Let's move on real quick. Got another Omega jig. This is my favorite, kind of a dirty water flipping jig, black and blue. I like the browns, as you can tell, for the clear, but this black and blue right here, flipping jig Omega, that's a heavier one too. It's like a 1/2 ounce. Last but not least, this is an Omega football jig. Throw this, after the spawn, summer comes. I like to do the triple bounce, kind of boom, boom, boom. I think they call it stroking. Put you a chopper on the back or whatever. That's deadly. So there's 6 or 7 jigs. Real quick, folks. Most popular trailer, green pumpkin critter craw. You can't go wrong with it. But I will say, I got these crocodigator ring craws, I think they're called, in like a grab bag at a tournament. And I went out and just murdered them on this blue and green pumpkin one, Okeechobee craw. So I am really looking forward to using more of that crocodigator ring craw this year, just to see. If I want a little more action, I go with the Zoom speed craw. And little tackle tip, I also throw that on a shaky head, and I've caught a lot of big fish. Orange craws. If we get some rains like we're supposed to, those orange craws make all the difference on your jig trailer. That's a speed craw with orange craws. And then this here is a critter craw with orange craws. There's been days where I couldn't get bit on normal color. The orange craw, they just go nuts on them. So anyways, jigs, trailers, it's 60 degrees this morning, supposed to snow and be 27 tomorrow. That's typical Missouri, Lake of the Ozarks. But anyways, go out right now. I'd take an A-rig, jerk bait, and a jig, maybe a wiggle wart, rock crawler. But I'll tell you what, you can't beat a jig. It's like I was watching a seminar the other day. They said water temp doesn't control it. Nothing controls it. You can throw it 12 months out of the year. And I am just a huge fan of the jig. Good luck, folks. Hope you catch them this weekend.